So you have Luke's version of Jesus' birth story for me today. Yes, sir, I do. Fantastic. I imagine this is going to be a short meeting, seeing as we already went over Maddie's version, which is the exact same story. Oh yeah, there are just a few minor cosmetic differences. Alrighty, let's start at the beginning with the star rising in the east. Oh, there's no star in this one. No star. Isn't it going to be hard for the Magi to find Mary and Joseph's house without a miraculous star to guide them? Oh no, it's going to be super easy, barely an inconvenience. Oh really? Yes, because you see there are no Magi in this one either. No miraculous guiding star and no Magi. Nope. We do have some local shepherds stopping in to say hi, though. Lowly local shepherds instead of exotic magi from the mysterious east. That's what Luke's going with. Such minor cosmetic differences. Yeah. So the shepherds bring some gifts at least? Nah. Well, okay then. And so how does King Herod get the news about Jesus if there are no magi? There's no King Herod in this version. Oh, he's not a part of this either. Well, who's going to force Mary and Joseph to flee to Egypt? They don't go to Egypt in this one. Really? That's a major plot point in Matt's version. It really is. Maybe Matt could edit that Egypt bit out of his version so it can match up a little bit better with Luke's. Well, he put the escape to Egypt in his in the first place to fulfill an Old Testament prophecy. What prophecy is that? Out of Egypt I called my son. Out of Egypt I called my son. Isn't that from the book of Hosea? Dude, I don't even know. Yes, that is from the 11th chapter of Hosea. If you say so, I do. Would it surprise you to find out that that line has absolutely nothing to do with a Messiah being recalled from Egypt after he's fled an infanticide in Bethlehem? At this point, I guess not. Yeah. In that chapter of Hosea, the son that God was referring to was the nation of Israel. And as everyone knows, because it's been repeated about 1,000,000 times, God recalled Israel from its bondage in Egypt. That sounds familiar. So how the hell is that supposed to be a prophecy of Jesus? Whoops. Whoopsie. Okay, so there's no Herod or flight to Egypt in this one, but Luke does have the Roman Emperor Augustus show up just long enough to order a census that compels Mary and Joseph to travel to Bethlehem. Oh, is that why they were in Bethlehem in the first place? You'd think Matthew might have mentioned that. Maybe it slipped his mind. Maybe. Now, when they get to Bethlehem, there's no guest room available, so they have to stay in a barn. Oh, it's a barn now and not a house. Right. Well, okay then. And Mary places the newborn Jesus in a manger. A manger. Isn't that an animal feeding trough? Oh, yes it is. Aren't those things full of animal snot and saliva and vermin and the like? They sure are. Yeesh. It's pretty gross. No wonder Maddie just placed the birth in a house in his version of events. Yeah, no wonder. Please continue. So 8 days after Jesus is born, his parents haul him to Jerusalem to be consecrated. Do they mangle some pigeons for the consecration of our Messiah? They mangle some pigeons for the consecration of our Messiah. Oh, mangling pigeons for the consecration of our Messiah is tight. Yeah. So what happens next? They return to Nazareth, and Jesus grows up wise and strong. Awesome. Now, every year the family would make the journey to Jerusalem to celebrate Passover. From Nazareth? Yes. How far is that? Over 60 miles. 60 miles? How long did it take to walk that? A week, give or take? Dadgum. Anyway, on one of their routine trips back home from Jerusalem, they fail to notice that Jesus isn't with them. Wait, what? Jesus stays behind in Jerusalem and his family unwittingly leaves without him. How old is he at this time? 12. Okay, so what? He's missing 5 or 10 minutes? A full day. What? They travel a full day before it dawns on them that they've left their son behind. What a Home Alone moment that must have been. Pardon me? So you're telling me that they walk for miles and miles and hours through the countryside, and in all that time they don't realize their son isn't with them? Correct. Oh, wow. Anyway, they travel back to Jerusalem, and it takes them 3 more days before they finally find him. 3 days? My God, they must be frantic. Mom admits they were feeling anxious. Anxious. That does seem to be the emotion he's trying to convey. Wouldn't any normal mother in this situation be absolutely out of her mind with worry? He's the Son of God. It'll be fine. Indeed, Jesus tells his mom, "Why were you searching for me? Didn't you know I had to be in my Father's house?" That's a pretty good line, not gonna lie. I'll tell Luke you liked it. But if we're not supposed to worry about a 12-year-old child going missing for 4 days, we're gonna to want to support that somehow going forward in the narrative. I'll let the guys know. Great. So that about does it for the story of Jesus' miraculous birth as imagined by Luke. Luke's version was practically verbatim from Matthew's account. I know, right? Hermeneutics rocks. It is truly magical. Hey, while we're on the topic, what do Mark and Q and Johnny have to say about Jesus' miraculous birth? Nothing. This is the most important, most epic birth in human history, and they have nothing to say about it. Nope. Wow. And what are you all going to have for me next time? We're going to try to have at least a few characters and events that are actually consistent throughout all the gospel accounts. Just for a change of pace? Just for a change of pace, yes. Any spoilers you'd like to share? Let's just say our next installment is going to be about Jesus' PR man. What man?